Hello again, I'm Robert Fithen, and I've got a question for you. Are you running out of room to put your records? I know I've talked recently about how I've kind of changed my record buying habits. I'm buying more like in bulk now, sometimes full collections. I bought a couple of those, and the records are piling up literally in boxes on the floor, in front of the shelves, in stacks on the floor. It's getting a little out of control, so I thought I'd come up with some ideas about things you can do with your records when they start overflowing the shelves that you've got. Now, one idea is to just get rid of records that you don't really listen to that often. That's more of a duh idea. Like, yeah, duh. Or as we kids in the 80s used to say, no doy. Get rid of records you don't listen to. Yeah, that'll save space. No doy. I never really found out what doy was, but we were having none of it as children in the 80s. Anyway, yeah, so what do you actually do? What's a real idea? Well, one thing is you can do kind of what I've done here with my jukebox. It's not in the middle of the room or anything, but it is kind of away from the corner. You can still walk behind it, walk around it and everything, but it's kind of offset here, and you could make like a little shrine, get a little table, and get some front-facing shelves, you know, like in a record store where the records are facing like this way instead of the spines, and make yourself like a little shrine of something that you're really into. Maybe you've got all kinds of Grateful Dead albums that you really are really into the Grateful Dead and all the offshoots. You could make like a little table of Grateful Dead albums and put like a little Grateful Dead poster on. I used to have a Grateful Dead thing here that the cat loves to sit on now. He loves to sit on the 45s. But yeah, a little blanket there. But some kind of a thing where you can make kind of like a little tribute or a shrine to your favorite artist or maybe your favorite label, favorite genre. Myself, I've got like 70 different Willie Nelson albums. I could make a Willie Nelson thing or a Beatles thing. Shrine to your favorite genre or artist or label or whatever. Another thing you can do is hide your records under like a blanket like this, like I've done. Now, Gordon is sitting on the blanket right now, so you can't see. I'm not going to pull it off because I don't move the cat when he doesn't want to be moved. He runs the house. But yeah, under here are actual crates of records, and I've just made a little table out of it for the cat to sit on. So yeah, that's what's under here. It was speakers for a long time that I, had a big nostalgia for, grew up with and everything. They didn't really work very well anymore, so I just put them there. Now it's boxes of records that are under there, actually. So the secret's out. Another thing you can do, if you have a lot of Christmas albums, just take those out of the shelves and put them with the Christmas stuff. You're probably not going to be listening to these in the middle of August or something like that, or March. You probably only listen to these once a year, so put them with the Christmas tree and the Christmas decorations, and then that way you get it all out together. Oh, wow, Christmas records. Let's throw on one of these. Unless you have your Christmas tree and stuff out in a hot shed or garage or something, then the records will probably warp. But then again, they're Christmas records. You can probably replace them for $1. Okay, maybe not these, but most Christmas records you can replace for about $1. Also, think outside of the cubes. Where else can you put records so that you can make space in the cubes for more records? Like if you've got appropriate places, like maybe the bedroom. Put some bedroom favorites in the bedroom. I don't know if you have a record player in your bedroom, but they kind of go in the bedroom. They might get you in the mood to see Barry White. Think, hey, what's up? Let's do it. So yeah, there's all kinds of rooms in the house you could put records in besides your actual record room. You could put, in the bedroom, for instance, you could put records on the ceiling, record albums, covers. Now think of your significant other, if they're just going to lay there like this and look up at the ceiling while you're right, so give them something to look at. Because you're looking at them, they could look up. Make the sex fun for them too. They could look up at the ceiling and think about some of their old teen idols. Or also, if sometimes you're like, from behind, you could put some album covers on the headboard too. Find out what kind of heartthrobs your significant other was into, and put some of those on the headboard. Speaking of bedrooms, a lot of us listen to records for a lot of nostalgia reasons. Why don't you put your, like rap records or your metal records under the bed? Like you used to have to do, some of you, when you were teenagers and, you had really strict parents and they didn't like the metal albums or the rap albums. You had to put them under the bed and hide them from them. Yeah, bring back those great memories. Just stick these things right under the bed and then sneak in there in the middle of the night and get them out real quietly. And yeah, don't wake anybody up. Listen to them real low or with headphones on. Bring back those memories of your teenage years with metal and rap albums secretly hidden under the bed. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, that'll bring back some memories. Now, if you have a blue room, put some blues in it. I mean, these things are obvious. If you know, you could put like Rob Halford albums and Elton John albums in the closet. And then when you get them out of the closet to play them, you could celebrate these guys coming out of the closet. There's all kinds of artists you can do that with. But actually put them way up high and in the back of the closet, and then you can appreciate how difficult it can be to come out of the closet. So you put them up inconveniently in the closet. You could fill a closet with artists like this at this point. And there's so many appropriate rooms to put different records in, to save more space to put different records in your cubes. Like you could put Jimmy Buffett out on your deck because he's all about the, or if you have a boat, you know, put it out in the boat. You know, oh, Jimmy Buffett record, let's throw this. Well, you wouldn't throw the record on in the boat, but you get the idea. You know, just fun and sun and stuff like that. You could put, you know, Tool records, put your tools out in the garage. You know, that would work. Take your Dire Straits albums and put them right in the shit house, preferably right there by the toilet, or the turlet, or the toilet, depending on how you pronounce it. I mean, I know my own immediate family, we have 3 or 4 ways to pronounce that word. I believe it is toilet, though. You could take your Beach Boys albums to the beach and leave them there. So there's all kinds of places where you could put your albums in clever places. And maybe it's just a space issue, though. Maybe you don't have a lot of rooms. Maybe you live alone in an apartment and you're like, I don't have all these rooms and everything. I just live alone in an apartment and I'm really running out of space. You got to get creative. Think of this. Do you have a kitchen table in that apartment? Get rid of the kitchen. What do you need a kitchen table for? You live alone in an apartment. You don't need that kitchen table. Put some records there. You know, get rid of that. Oh, what? You're too good to eat above the sink or on the couch, I guess. You need a kitchen table. Okay. Well, then you'll have to get rid of some records then. I think the choice is obvious. Maybe you don't live alone. Maybe you're a parent who's got a 26-year-old kid living at the house still. Kick them out of the house. And now you've got not only some extra space for a record, you probably got a whole extra room to put your records in. You could put your A through L in that room, put your M through Z in the record room that you already have. You're literally doubling your space when you throw that 25-year-old out. I mean, I know I was born on a Monday. I was out shining shoes by Tuesday noon. That's how my life was. Actually, that was James Brown. That wasn't me. Sometimes I get myself confused with James Brown. Down and Out in New York City, I was out shining shoes by two. No? Okay. Oh, those are just some few ideas. And one final one. You could just sell all your records to me. I mean, like I said, I've been buying full collections. So, you know, and when you do that, you're paying like maybe $2 or $3 per record, or maybe even less, buying the whole. You could just sell your whole collection. I mean, you can stream all that stuff on the phone. I mean, that's a real space saver. You can have your whole record collection literally in your hand. So, you know, put the comments in there how much you want to sell your collection to me for. We'll work it out. I'm looking to pay about, you know, like I said, about $1 or $2 per record when it's all, you know, added up there. So yeah, just sell them all to me. Problem solved immediately. So hopefully you've got some ideas about how you can put your records in different places, you know, save some space in the thing for more records. You've got to think outside that cube. You can buy these cubes at one at a time too. You don't have to buy big shelves like this. Not only do I have this shelf behind me, I have a whole other shelf the same size full of records that's always out of frame. So all kinds of records, but you can buy like these cubes one at a time and just set them places. You could hang them from the ceiling, or like screw them to the ceiling and put records in there, like one cube at a time. The records I think I actually might do that. The possibilities are endless. If you've got some ideas about extra places that you could put records and extra ways to save space with records, put those in the comments. Let us all know. Share your ideas. What have you done? What are your solutions? Let me know. Once again, I'm Robert Fithen, and thank you so much for watching.